Hi, everybody. Steve Halley here with the Family Peace Initiative, and welcome to the May edition of the Facilitator's Tool Chest Vlog. Each month, I try to just offer something that might help you, help me, help us to become better at the work in battering intervention or helping others. The better we become at our work, it's very possible that there's partners and children, family members who will become safer as a result of us developing our skill. Today I want to talk with you about Alice Miller and her principal point, one of her foundational principles about how we were born perfect when we were babies. As we entered the world, we had this perfect ability to communicate our needs. If we were happy, sad, afraid, angry, we didn't care who was in the room or what room we were in. We would let people know, I have a need, I have something to communicate, and I'm going to do it, right? And so, it's amazing freedom that Alice Miller points out begins to be taken away from us as we grow. Our families, our community, our culture, our countries, our world sends us messages that some feelings are not welcome in certain places, some feelings are not appropriate to feel, that there might be dangers for us if we're seen as, for example, afraid. As afraid can be equated to weakness, and if people see us as weak, then something bad might happen. And so we end up learning at a fairly early age that we have to hide and repress and deny certain parts of our emotional expression or our emotional experience. So as that plays out, as we get older, we still have those feelings. We still feel sad. We still feel afraid. We still feel the realm of emotional stuff unless we've been able to cut it off completely and numb ourselves. But one of the strategies that we see in battering intervention is how people give their feelings away. And you can easily see it in domestic violence incidents where a man is afraid that his partner is going to leave him. And so in his fear, he gets angry. And then he goes and he is raging at his partner. And through that rage is just handing his fear off to his partner. And so that evidence of I'm not able to handle this level of fear, and so I'm going to give it away to you and scare you into submission so that I don't have to be afraid anymore, so that I can be soothed. Well, that's a problem. As people are able to experience their own emotional selves, as they can express their own emotional experience, as they can sit with it and understand that emotional experience passes much like clouds in the sky, we become safer to ourselves and safer to others. Now, I would argue that it's a difficult process to relearn how to recognize and experience our feelings. But in your battering intervention groups, there's some simple little strategies that you can do to help people connect what happened to them and how the freedom to express themselves was taken away. So, for example, when you are in conversations with those in your room, there's plenty of opportunities when they're talking about being mad, when they're talking about being activated about something. They will more often than not, they will talk about their anger. And when you ask them what they're afraid about, they will just say, I'm not afraid, I'm just angry. That's common, right? But that's weird, right? We will only be angry if we are afraid. If we're not afraid, there's no reason to be angry. And it's very important to help your group members see that their anger is connected to their fear. And you can simply do this by asking them, well, the definition of anger is that I believe that something has to change, and I'm going to be angry trying to make something change, make somebody stop doing something or start doing something or hold a boundary or whatever it would be. I'm believing that something has to change. Well, if I believe that and I'm angry because I'm trying to create change, then what's it say? What might happen if I don't create the change? Oh, someone will violate my boundary, or someone will keep holding me accountable, or somebody will keep saying, and that's fear. Because what's going to happen if they keep doing that? Something bad might happen to me. Now, I just showed you in probably 45 seconds how to move a conversation from mad to fear. And it's very important because mad is almost always an external focus. I'm mad at something out there, you or that or them or whatever it is. But when I start talking about me being afraid, I'm in internal focus. But when people deny their fear and refuse to acknowledge their fear, right, that's weird. That's evidence of something because we were born with the ability to be afraid. We're born with the ability to be sad. And so when we talk with people about that denial, we can just simply tell them, that's really weird. Can I ask you a question? Because we're all born with this ability, and in order to not be able to recognize our fear anymore, something had to have happened to us that took that ability to express our fear or our sadness away from us. What happened to you? Who took that freedom away from you? And what they will tell you, if the room is safe and if they're in a place where they're not feeling like they're getting the third degree, but are in a relationship conversation, they'll tell you what happened to them and how they lost the ability to express fear, to express sadness, to express vulnerability. And it won't be when I was in the locker room in high school with the guys. It will be, my stepdad when I was 4. It will be my stepmom, my brother, my neighbor, my cousin. They will tell you who told them, who took it away from them. And then they're mapping a bit of the river of cruelty. Because if I'm not able to connect with my own fear, then I have to do something in order to respond, to react to that when I feel it. And one of the strategies is to give my fear away to my partner so that they can feel afraid because I don't know how to do it. I'm not emotionally mature enough to be the full spectrum of emotional experience. It's evidence of something. And I would encourage you to ask those questions to the people in your group. When you see somebody mad, which is fairly common, right, you want to be able to walk them into a conversation about mad as evidence of fear and what are you afraid about? And when they say, I'm not afraid, I'm just mad, that's weird. Who took that away from you? I encourage you to give it a try and watch how they will move from the present moment into a conversation about their trauma histories and how they became afraid of their own human experience. I look forward to hearing from you as you try to sample that process out. And thanks for tuning in to these vlogs every month. I really appreciate people responding and emailing me and letting me know what they're, as they try these things out. Give it a go, and I'll do something again in June, and we'll keep these vlogs coming.